Welcome to this series of Stories for All. Learn simple skills of effective communication through stories. Age old stories of various masters can have different interpretations, and we will try to explore a few. I am a communication coach for last 45 years, and I believe that communication is a series of narrations, and interpretation is the backbone of every communication. So listen to these stories, like, share, comment, and subscribe. And the comment should be your thought process on it. Thank you. The name of this story is Astrologer. This is a story of a businessman. He had an obsession. He always wanted to invite astrologers to his house. I mean, especially palmists, And every time he had one question, he would show his hand to the palmist and say, "Please tell me, what do you see? What does my future hold?" And obviously, he wanted to hear only good things that his future would bring in his life. This used to continue all the time. One day, a person told him that, "I have heard that a new astrologer has come to this city." Immediately, he had to call the astrologer. And when the man came, he made him sit down, made him comfortable, and then he said, "Can you please see my hand and tell me, what does my future hold?" He was very excited to know. Astrologer said, "Yes, that is my job." He took out his magnifying glass and he started peering at the hand, at the palm of this businessman. And the businessman was looking at the astrologer expectantly, just watching his expressions. And soon he realized that the astrologer was becoming serious by the second. His face was becoming very, very, serious. He was just frowning. This man got really scared. He said, Stop. You please tell me, what can you see? What do you see in my palm? Why is your expression changing?" The astrologer said, "Well, I am going to tell you what I see, but I'm telling you, I will be seeing whatever my own thing tells me, and I will be telling you that, It will be exactly what your hands, what your lines are telling me." He said, "Of course, that's what I want to hear. Please, no more suspense. Tell me." The astrologer said, "You see, your hand is a very different kind of a hand. And it says that you are going to outlive all your family members, your relatives. You will be there for a long time. And that means, you will have to see all of them going away before you, dying before you, and you will be left all alone." Before he could say anything more, this businessman got very angry. He said, "You just get up and get out. I am not going to pay you to hear that I will be there and looking at people dying in my family. I'm not interested. You know nothing. Just get out." The man said, "Fine, whatever I saw, I told you." He said, "Okay, fine. I don't want to hear anything more. You just go." The astrologer leaves. That moment, this businessman took a decision. Never again am I going to call any astrologer and ask anything. Enough is enough. I have had a wonderful life. I have made so much money. I have got property. I have got a family. I don't need to know anything. And this is a promise I make to myself. And he felt so nice and relieved. But friends, habit die hard, Soon, within 15 days, someone came and told him, "Do you know, one really well-known astrologer has come from a very distant city, and people are flocking to him and asking about their future." Now this man could not stop himself. The businessman told himself, "This one last time. I am telling this one last time." And he immediately invites the astrologer to his house. And he says, "Sir, can you please study my palm and tell me what does my future hold for me?" He said, "That is my job. I'll do it definitely with pleasure." And he also took out his magnifying glass and he started looking at his palm. And again, this businessman was observing his expressions. And this time he found that the expression of this astrologer was becoming very nice, It became light. There was a hint of a smile and there was a shine in his eyes. The businessman was really holding his breath and he said, "Can I interrupt you? What is making you feel so nice and happy looking at my hand? Can you please share? This suspense is killing me." He said, "Of course, it will be a pleasure to share whatever I can see." So he said, "Yes, so what are you seeing? What do you feel my future holds?" He said, "Sir, it's a pleasure to see a hand like this where the lifeline is so long that you will outlive every person in your family, your relatives. You will be there. And what does that mean? It means all the property that you have made, the money that you have earned, it will be there for you to use till whatever time you are there, and you're going to really outlive everyone." The moment the businessman heard this, he became so happy. He literally felt like hugging the astrologer and said, thank you, you've made my day. Enough, I've heard enough. I knew this is the truth." And then he said, "See, I am going to pay you double the amount, whatever you have asked for. And I'm also going to give you a nice gift from my side. And one more thing, I feel it's lunchtime. Why don't you join us for lunch?" The astrologer was very happy. He said, "Whatever you say." So he had lunch with him and then he left the place. The businessman said, "See, promise me whenever I feel like consulting you, I'll call you up and you will be there for me." He'll say, "Anytime, sir, anytime. This is my job. I'll be there." And the second astrologer left. The story ends here. But my friend, tell me, if you have been listening carefully, was there any difference in what the two people said? The first one also said that you have a long life. The second one also said you have a long life. Now, what made the difference? What happened? Why did the first one get thrown out of the house and the second one got double his fee, a gift, and was invited to lunch? Well, let me tell you what I feel, what I have understood from the story is, this is what effective communication skill means. The facts remain same, but how you present the fact makes a huge difference. If whatever you say is going to upset the person just because it is the truth, that person is not going to like you. He will not like you to be near him. But though the facts are same, but if you know how to say it in a way without telling any lies, but present it in a way that would be pleasant for the other person to hear, you will get a different kind of an acceptance. So that is what effective communication is all about. This is what the story says to me. Listen carefully, it may say something to you. And for that, to make up your mind as to what the story says, what do you need to do? You need to listen carefully. You need to interpret it in your own way. You need to adapt what you feel is important for you and help yourself to grow. And for that, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. A little about the Institute, about us. The name of my institute is Mrs. Surabhi Banerjee's Spoken English Classes, established in 1980. And the name of our training program is Enhance Your English. We have classes both online as well as offline. And our client list comprises of professionals, entrepreneurs, students, homemakers, and people from all walks of life. For so many years, for this last 45 years that I have been working as a communication coach in my institute, I have trained people from different walks of life, and they have all blossomed into the real person that they wish to be. So if you wish to enhance your English or your communication skills, not just English, please feel free to contact us. The contact number is given below. Thank you.